Well, hello everyone. My name is Dr. David Cole. I'm here to talk about computers and laptops in classroom situations and why I'm against it. As you always hear as teachers, can you please repeat that question? And as soon as I do, they give me a somewhat sufficient answer, and it's right back to the computer screen, staring off into the world of technology.
Facebook.
Some years back, our law school, like many universities, high schools, and even some grade schools around the country, wired its classrooms with laptops and internet hookups. It's the way of the future, I'm told. Okay, I know that 12-year-olds are getting cell phones, getting iPhones and iPods, but let's face it. I mean, they're being distracted by their friends enough in the class, right? Okay, so it's hard enough for my first-year students to be surprised when I tell them, you know what, laptops are not allowed in my classroom. And I ban them for two reasons. You know, in a very busy classroom, a big subject, note-taking is a key thing for success. And laptops can cause verbatim transcription, meaning the student does not make mental connections with the new material and information being taught to them. You know, they have to make it personal. They have to be able to stop and listen and write down what they think needs to be written down. Like I said, traditional note-taking allows the student to stop and listen and think and then prioritize the information. True, laptops can help transfer teachers' notes to student notes, but if a teacher wants their classroom to be, interactive and the student is just focused on their computer, how are they going to be interactive and ask questions if they're just focused on getting all the information down? Laptops also create temptation for students. Let's face it, some of you right now are probably going through their Facebook or their emails or seeing their students are emailing them. So they're going to get distracted. And I know they play solitaire. And let's face it, you guys play solitaire too when you're in a teacher's meeting.
Ever.
It just doesn't distract the student who's doing it. It distracts the students around them. So not only one student's getting distracted, there might be 3 or 4 students sitting next to them getting distracted as well. My own sense of it has been that without laptops to distract my students, they're markedly going to be more engaged. And I'm reluctantly tolerated laptops in my classroom. So I decided to conduct an anonymous survey, and I found out that 80% of my students felt that they were more engaged in classroom discussion when there were no laptops present. Now, if students are being very truthful about that they're not being able to pay attention during class with their laptops, don't you think we should kind of make that connection and maybe not allow our students to have their laptops out during discussion or note-taking? 70% said that they like the laptop no policy. So if they do like it, not being able to have laptops, maybe they're trying to send us a message that they want to pay more attention, they want to learn. And they like being old-fashioned and not having technology to distract them because they're distracted by it outside of the classroom as well. 95% of them admitted they use their laptop for other uses rather than classroom use. So they are admitting that they do use it for Facebook, emails, or whatever, to shop for shoes. ESPN, correct. 98% of them admit seeing other classmates doing so. So you're probably wondering, okay, well, what about the other 2%? Are they blind? They can't see the other students seeing them? No. Maybe they just don't want to fess up that their other students or other classmates are using it. So if our students are really admitting that, you know what, I am getting distracted, and maybe my grades are suffering from not paying attention in class, maybe we need to listen to them and maybe set a time away from class time to let them use their computers for their classwork, but maybe not in class. So that's my argument with using technology in the classroom.
All right, applause or hissing?
Hissing?
Boo. Can we ask a question, please?
No.
Yes. I have a question.
Yes.
Professor, I'm 24. I got into law school. I have good grades. I can take adult responsibility for my conduct. Who are you to go ahead and tell me that I can't look at my laptop?
I'm not saying that you can't, but if you want the full...
Didn't you ban them from your classroom?
Yes, but are you in my class?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Well, what I'm trying to do is for you to get full knowledge out of my class, and I feel that regardless who you are, you're gonna get distracted. Maybe not by your computer, but maybe by somebody else's, and maybe not willingly. You might just glimpse over to the side. And I want you to really be able to take the knowledge inside the classroom, outside in your daily life, and in your law degree.
I'm appreciating you thinking on your feet and answering well, but still, you're making the decision for me.
Mm-hmm.
Other questions? Now's the time to go ahead and ask a difficult question. Oscar,
Do you use laptops on a daily basis in your classroom? Is that why you ban laptops?
We don't use them on a daily basis. I like using, interactive activities in between my students, because I feel that they can use other information that the other students might know and be able to build off of that.
Professor Cole?
Yes.
I'm so glad you did this thing. It makes it so much easier for me to go to class and focus. Thank you for taking responsibility and banning the knuckleheads who want to check their ESPN box scores all class long.
You're welcome.
Oh.
Yes.
Professor Cole, do you think that lawyers nowadays learning how to use the internet and to search legal briefs on the internet is an important skill for a young lawyer?
Yes, I do think that's important, and I think that a sole class should be designed for that and have a separate class other than mine.
She's good.
So.
He's good. He's good. Okay. Susan.
My question? Let's in between you or something.
Ryan, your question?
So you said that a majority of the students admit they use social networks like Facebook, ESPN blocking, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Since they admit to using it, obviously they use it on a daily basis. So why not do an activity that's gonna have them use these kind of Facebook blogging sites or even wikis?
Do you use any kind of Web 2.0?
Incorporate it within the context of the class where you're trying to teach.
If a lesson plan calls for using technology, I'll use it. But if I'm giving a lecture and their students are having to take notes, I'd rather have them do the old-fashioned way and have to really think about it, associate the information with things that they can associate with their life. Because if they're just writing verbatim what I'm saying, they're not really taking in the information. They're just trying to write down as much as they can as fast as possible.
Couldn't they do that with a piece of paper too?
No, I think that they have to prioritize. I don't think that their writing speed is going to be fast enough as compared to their writing speed on a computer.
Do you ever do anything besides lecture in your law school classes?
I like to do group activities and other activities that involve working with the other students and projects. I mean, I do incorporate technology, but when a time comes for it.